So you're an advertiser on YouTube. Then you absolutely need to know about this one rule. It's a hidden tripwire that can get your best ads rejected out of nowhere. It's called the imitation policy, and it all boils down to one simple thing: trust. So let's break it down so you never, ever get caught out by it. You've totally seen this before, right? You're just watching a video, an ad pops up, and something just feels weird. Maybe it has a skip ad button, but when you click it, bam, you're suddenly on some random website. That confusing, kind of frustrating feeling of being tricked, that is exactly what this policy is designed to prevent. Yep, that feeling is precisely why YouTube has this imitation policy. The rule itself is actually super simple. Your ad cannot pretend to be a part of the YouTube platform. For YouTube, the user experience is everything. So that line between what's an ad and what's content has to be crystal clear. Okay, so let's get into the simple idea behind all this. And look, I know this might sound like a bunch of complicated regulations, but it's really, really not. The entire policy comes down to one single powerful idea: a golden rule that if you just remember it, will keep your ads totally safe. And here it is. This is the one thing you need to remember. Don't trick users into thinking your ad is YouTube itself. That's it. That's the whole game. Every single violation we're about to cover comes from breaking this one simple rule. So when you're making an ad, just ask yourself, could anyone, for even a second, be confused by this? If the answer is yes, or even a maybe, you gotta change it. All right, so how does this golden rule actually get broken out in the wild? Well, there are a few common traps that advertisers fall into, sometimes without even knowing it. We're gonna walk through the 5 most common violations. Let's call them the 5 forbidden fakes. Okay, first up, fake number 1, the homepage clone. This one is, well, it's pretty bold, actually. It's when an ad literally tries to wear the YouTube homepage as a disguise, just to get you to click. This is a classic bait and switch. The ad shows you that grid of thumbnails, and it looks exactly like your homepage, tapping into that muscle memory we all have. But of course, it's a trap. You click what you think is a video, and boom, you're on some sales page. That's a huge no-no. It completely breaks what a user expects to happen. Now, the next one is even more aggressive. It doesn't just copy the look. It's actively pretending to be YouTube. This is fake number 2, the official impersonator. Oh yeah, this is a massive violation. An ad can never pose as an official system message. Using those little warning symbols and urgent language to create a panic, that's not just misleading. It's using fear to drive clicks. And that just demolishes any trust a user has in the platform. Okay, the third forbidden fake is one that I'm pretty sure we've all fallen for at least once, and it is so frustrating. It's the skip ad trick. And the reason this is banned is simple. That skip ad button is sacred. We're all trained to know exactly what it does. So creating a fake one that looks identical but behaves differently, well, that hijacks our expectations. It's a direct attack on a trusted part of the interface. The fourth violation is a little more subtle, but it breaks a really fundamental promise of the platform. We're calling this one the unclickable thumbnail. I mean, think about it. A video thumbnail on YouTube is a promise, isn't it? It promises that if you click it, a video will play. This tactic breaks that promise. An ad might show a bunch of really cool-looking thumbnails, but when you click, you're whisked away to some external site. The interaction just doesn't deliver what it advertised. All right, our fifth and final forbidden fake is we'll call the metadata mirage. This one isn't about the ad's visuals, but all the information surrounding it. The key thing here is that honesty has to go beyond just the ad creative itself. All the text around it, the title, the description, even things like view counts are all part of the ad experience. You can't just fake 10 million views in your thumbnail or use a shocking news headline just to sell a product. The entire package has to be truthful. So we've covered a whole lot of don'ts. Let's flip the script and talk about how to actually get it right. How do you build an ad that's effective, that respects the user, and that stays compliant? The good news, getting it right is way, way simpler than trying to avoid all those different traps. The path to compliance is really just paved with clarity and honesty. In practice, it's pretty straightforward. Make sure your ad clearly looks like an ad, not a piece of the YouTube interface. If you use thumbnails, make sure they link to actual videos. And of course, keep all your titles and descriptions honest. This isn't about limiting your creativity, it's just about clear, honest communication. And that brings us right back to our core principle, just framed in a positive way. The don't is don't trick the user. The do is simply this: be clear, honest, and transparent. This isn't just about avoiding a penalty. This is the recipe for building a brand that people actually trust. So let's wrap this all up. Following this policy is about something much, much bigger than just keeping your ad account safe. It's about the long-term health and integrity of your brand. So your action plan is 3 simple steps. 1, be transparent. Just embrace the fact that you're running an ad. 2, be honest. Make sure your claims and visuals are truthful. And when you do those 2 things consistently, you get to the 3rd and most important step: you build trust. Every ad you run either builds that trust or erodes it. And that really just leaves us with one final question. A deceptive ad might win you a cheap click today, but it will lose you a customer tomorrow. An honest ad does the opposite. It builds the kind of respect that earns you business for the long haul. So what's more valuable to your brand, a click or a user's trust?